All right, you guys, we're going to try it this way. Let me see what it's popping up in newsfeed. Or if it's just going to be a glitchy day all the way around. There we go. All right. We're going to try this different. I switched from my streaming service to go straight from Facebook and live, and we'll see if this works. If you are popping back on to watch, hopefully you'll be able to join me. I cannot see comments right now though, so let's turn that off. There we go. Okay. All right. Can y'all see it now? We had to skip my streaming service altogether, and I figured, you know what? I'm not going to be showing my face, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go at it like this. All right, you guys. So, I don't know what happened after I left the live. It showed up fine on Facebook, but when I went to go back into the streaming service to try it again, the two wouldn't connect. So I normally use StreamYard, but today it was having difficulty. All right, so let's go back to where we were, where we was when this all went down. So where we were, my desk is a mess because I'm working on conference gifts at the same time. So I got to find a pencil. All right, what we're going to do is we are going to do a layout. I have done it once before, so let me show you what it looks like. It's this layout. This is the block sections layout, and so it's got these 3 boxes. It's got 1 column for each day of the week, and then the to-do list down the side. So, and I apologize, my husband's watching TV, so if it gets a little loud, just bear with me, because it's his day off too, so he gets to be in the house just as much as I do. All right, so we've gone ahead and cut this piece off the bottom, right? We used our paper, our deco paper, and cut that, and I went ahead and attached it. So we did that all while we were trying to, fight around with the things. No captions this time. Yeah, that's because I'm going live from Facebook, so it won't do the captions for me. Let me see if there's a button I need to turn on. I don't see anything. Yeah, I have to give and take. Let me see if this button, what does this button do? No. Share, those are comments. Nope, it won't let me do no captions. All right. So we are going to draw out this layout and work from there. So I need and again, messing with my computer, I kind of threw all of my stuff off to the side, and now I've got to dig it back out so that I can use it. There it is. All right, we're using our ruler. And what we're going to start with is a box that's got 8 boxes across the top or 8 boxes per column. I wish I would have kept that in there because now I need it. See, this got me all flummoxed. I'll show you markers in just a second. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go 8 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 33. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So this is the regular boxes that we're going to use. Each box is technically 8 by 11, but we're going to be losing one of the boxes for the sections part. where we're going to be cutting it in a section. Now I'm actually, I think I'm going to make some alterations to this because I don't really need 3 sections because it's summertime. So I'm going to actually leave these sections together and just leave the bottom section, the one that we're going to play around in. So, and I'll explain all of this in a second why I'm going to do it this way. So this insert normally has 3 box sections for each day of the week. I am not going to need 3 separate sections because there's nothing else that I'm actually tracking except for I want to use this for tracking my goals. So I'm going to leave, this normally would have a section here. So let's go back here and look. So it would normally have 3 sections like this. I'm going to leave it so that this is all one section from top to bottom and then have the small sections down here. So it looks like this. Okay. That's the plan. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Let me go ahead and draw my box. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one has 4 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So there we have our 4 boxes for the rest of the week. This is another one of those inserts. First of all, it's a vertical insert, and of course you can definitely get this right through the website, the Tool of 12 website. You can grab just this insert by itself if you want to, or if you want to get the weekly sampler, that is awesome as well. Okay, so we're just gonna get this layout down, and then I'm gonna go over it with my pen. I decided to do it like this first with the pencil. Usually with my brain dump weekly, I don't, because I do it so many times that I know the numbers and stuff, but because this was a little bit different, I wanted to make sure that this is what I wanted to do. Okay, so here we are. This is our basic layout. We're also gonna add our to-do list down here. I'm gonna alter that a little bit as well. The original has a must-do with 3 boxes and then on the list with all the things. But I'm just gonna do a checklist, I think, all the way down. I'm not gonna make any changes to it. So last week we did Super Bright, really hard for me to plan in, and I'm still planning in it. Today is the 4th. I still have a couple of things that I need to get accomplished on here. We're going with a much more muted toned layout or color palette. So I'm using a mauve. This one is Plum Mist, a pink, which is baby pink, and this green is sagebrush green. These are Zig pens, Zig markers. They are double-ended with a fine tip and a broad tip. And then I'm also going to use this purple. This is the one I'm going to use for all the way around. And I know that Teresa's like, what is wrong with you? Because I never use purple, but I really like this purple color. So I'm going to use that for all of the outlining and probably when I color in all the things. I'm also using the road trip kit. So it looks like this. And we used this paper last week, this piece that I've already attached. And then somewhere floating around here, I had a washi tape that I was going to use as well. That was from last year's, probably when we were doing the weekly. There it is. You have this purple pen. Well, that's awesome. We're going to use this washi tape. I'm pretty sure this washi tape came from the yearly deco box that we had a couple of years ago. I don't really know what that is on there. I think it's just designs, but I love the bluish background. It kind of matches this color palette here. So I got my washi tape from the kit, but I'm not sure I'm going to use that because I don't know if I want to. So that's what we're going to go with, friends. All right, so let's finish out. First, we're going to start by outlining these boxes. And what I'm going to do with these boxes, and the reason why I changed up from doing the Brain Dump Weekly is my favorite insert. It's one I've been using since it launched, except for at the beginning of this year when I decided I was going to do every single weekly layout that Tool of 12 had available, and probably some that we released even for $5 Fridays, which were only around for a hot minute. So I incorporated all of those over the course of the beginning of the year. And so I was talking with Teresa Stone, who's actually here. I can see that too, a Lacey design. I can see that. We were chatting the other day in our weekly accountability meeting that we have as a team, and she was saying that she's using this layout for tracking her 12-week year goals, which that's something that we do as a Tool of 12 team. We are a Harmony Hero team. I'm sure other people in Tool of 12 do it too, but this is specifically a Harmony Hero thing with our goal setting. And she said that she was going to be using this insert, and that at the bottom she was going to be tracking her 12-week goals, like what she needs to be doing, not necessarily tracking, but maybe like what task lists she needs to be using on a regular basis to get to the point of meeting her goal. And if you guys have never heard my, laundry analogy, let me share it with you. Those in my membership group and team have both heard it, but I'll share it with you guys too. When you think about a project or a task, it is usually something that a task is something that you can get done in a fairly decent amount of time, usually an afternoon or 5 minutes or whatever the case may be. A project, however, takes a little bit longer. So I want to give you a quick analogy that I use a lot, and that is the act of doing laundry, right? When somebody says, I'm going to go do the laundry, it's a little bit more than just doing the laundry, right? Laundry it's not something that can be done in like 5 minutes. But you can sort the laundry, you can put the laundry in the washing machine, you can put it in the dryer, you can fold it, you can put it away. Those are all tasks related to the overarching project, which happens to be doing the laundry. So when it comes to setting our goals, we really want to be thinking about how we can also break down those goals into, you know what, I have this fancy little tool, let's see how it works. See if it actually works. Oh, look at that. Okay, you guys. Yeah, that was amazing. You can do the same thing with your goals, and actually you should, because a goal is a big project. It's something that you want to break down into bite-sized pieces. It's like losing weight. You can't lose all that weight that you want to lose in 5 minutes. That's something that you have to do over time. And you want to make sure that you spend time, really, Teresa, I have yours too, it's here. Okay, you guys, this is it's a vacuum cleaner, and you can get it at Amazon. I think it's like $12 or something like that. Isn't it cute? It's a little battery operated, but it like sucked up all that clippings. All right, here we go. So when you are doing your goals, it's a good idea for you to be able to accommodate creating a list so that you have something to work on day by day, whatever that happens to be for you. And so I thought this was a good idea to add these boxes so we can try it out. So this is going to be Monday. And you will notice if you followed me long enough that I pretty much use the same handwriting every single layout that I do, because handwriting is not one of my fortes. So I've learned one and I've perfected one, and therefore this one is what I use on all of my layouts. Every once in a while I like to shake it up a little bit, but it's very rare. Yes, get one of these. Let me see if I have the box right here. Okay, This is what it's called, the Autostar desktop vacuum cleaner. It runs on 2 AA batteries. And it has, so the top compartment has the batteries in it, and then this pops off the top and you can dump out all the smoke. So there you go. Now you can all run over and grab one. So this is what inspired this particular layout. So we're gonna go with it. And after all the crazy of the loud and obnoxious chameleons last week, I'm excited to be back to a more calm layout. So this is Saturday, and even Teresa knows that purple is not my thing, so for me to pick this purple as the color palette of choice says a lot about what last week's or this week's current is doing for my brain. All right, we're gonna add over here, we're gonna put 2 dew, and then we're gonna add some of this washi tape. And yes, I can see the lace washi tape now, Teresa. I can see it. I can see it in my mind. I can see how it would be lacy. I don't know how, I'd never used it before. I was just going through my stash and I looked up there and I was like, holy cow, I haven't even used this washi tape. Who is this person? For me to have washi tape that I haven't even, it wasn't even opened, if that tells you anything. But I think the colors in it match well with what we're working with our road trip kit. It is a muted purple. Oh, that's not nice. Hold on. It's one of the saving graces of washi tape. As long as you don't have it on there for a very long time, it doesn't rip up your paper. Oh, you're being naughty. Now it's being naughty. I think it goes well. I don't know. Fluke of nature, just to look up there on the shelf and be like, oh, I have this washi tape I've never used before. Let's try it out. And I know that this is supposed to be like mountain scenes, but then road trip, but it works. So we're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna put the washi tape there at the top, and then I'm gonna put the washi tape here on this border as well, just so that I can kind of have the 2 different layouts. And then we'll make our to-do list. So to make the to-do list, I have the, gosh dang it. This is also a problem with having older washi tape. I think this is like 2 years old. If you don't use it, a washi tape gets kind of old and it doesn't like to come off the roll very well. It's like kind of extra sticky, which is good because it'll stay in my planner, but not good because it then doesn't want to come off of holding on to itself. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, so the other thing that I need to do is add my squares, and I'm going to do, because I'm not doing it with 3 and then the bunch, I'm just going to do from here to the top of the pile to create my boxes, my check boxes for next week when I am creating my task list. So I will be doing that. And then I need to incorporate these other colors in here, so I'm going to go probably add, I don't know, maybe I'll just color in the boxes or something. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably wait until I start actually planning next week. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. All these lines. I would probably fill up all of these boxes too. That's truthfully something that will happen. And this one, okay. And then we're going to just draw our lines for us to write our tasks on. Now I like that, I could have done it like one right on top of each other, but I like this because some of the things that I plan, I create like a habit tracker with. And so I end up using like the 3 circles. Like I know there's something that will go on my list right off the bat, and it will have 3 circles. So I will end up doing it like this. And then I'll have that, like this will be the thing, and then I'll have that as my checklist. So that makes it easy. You guys listening to the music in the background? It's a docu-series type thing about the LA Lakers. We don't watch basketball, but it's something my husband likes to watch. Not basketball, but the docu-series about the different athletes. So if you're a Lakers fan, yeah, I like the spacing too. I mean, there's good spacing in the regular insert already, but I like the spacing in the bullet journal because it really gives you enough room to like figure out what you want to do next, or if something doesn't fit in this particular column, because it's not very wide. I think this is only like 9 dots wide, so you have time, or you have space to like fit. Now normally in the insert down here at the bottom it says notes and it has a bunch of lines, but I'm not going to draw the lines. Well, maybe I will draw the lines. Maybe that's what I'll use these pens for. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I'm going to go ahead and add these. There we go. That's where I can add the color in. So we're going to go pink. And I'm going to do the same spacing just because I like to have, no, I think I will do line for line. I'm not sure that I will need it this week because I don't usually, it's the second week of the month, I don't normally need extra spacing, but we'll have it available if I need it. I don't have a lot of extra things happening this week, so I don't need to worry about it too often much. Yes, see, I love these colors so much better. I don't know, the other ones were great. Oh boy. At UTV? Really? That sounds like fun. I need to get my books out. I haven't read in a couple of days. One thing I recommend, and I did not do that, see if, I don't know if you guys can see it, but my marker did that on there and I didn't wipe that off before I used the pink, and now my pink has, let me show you, my pink has a little green spot on it. So that's the benefit of cleaning your markers every time you use this acrylic ruler, is to have a little bit more spacing. Now after I add these lines on the bottom, I think the other thing that I want to do, these brand of markers are Zig markers. I think I said that already. They are double-ended, so they are fine tip on one end and they are broad tip on the other. Zig, Z-I-G. And then, what was I saying? I'm going to, after I get these lines drawn on here, I think I'm gonna do some fussy cutting. Oh, nice. Yeah, that would make sense, but it sounds like they're not using it for yard work currently. Sounds like they're using it for a 4th of July fun activity instead of yard work, which is fine, right? Anyway, I was saying this kind of reminds me of like Easter egg colors, like Easter colors, not necessarily summer colors. I liked the colors last week, but it's very hard to plan. Get those colors. Oh boy. Nope, just joyriding. She says just joyriding. That's okay. It's a holiday, Mom. Let them have their fun. Let me push this up a little bit. My oldest son is in San Diego at the beach, and my middle son is at work at the pool. I went to the pool today, and now we're just kind of lounging around, watching TV, and I was like, I should probably go do my weekly planning. I did not plan to be on here today, so for those of you that are watching on your 4th of July, happy 4th of July. If you're catching the replay, I hope that you had an amazing 4th of July. You could have used a pool strip. What happened to your pool? I thought you had a pool last year. What happened to it? Did you not put it back up this year? Or did it not survive the winter? All right. Okay, the last thing I want to do for this, even though I love those colors and I think this is great, is I got to do something over here. So I'm going to do some fussy cutting. And I like this quote. It says, no road trip no road is long with good company. But I don't want the mountain scenery in the background. I don't think, no, I just want the top part. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And then I'm going to fussy cut around all those pictures at the top of it. Aw, boo. You're gonna have to add what portion to our road? I'm gonna have to add that portion to our road trip pages. This piece that I'm talking about. Yes. So Teresa's talking about our road trip. We're going to Tula 12 conference at the starting on, well, for me it starts the 21st. For her it starts the 22nd. But we are going to Troy, Ohio for our Tula 12 conference. And I live in Oregon and our conference is in Ohio, but my friend and I, or another one of our leaders, I go up to Seattle, Washington, where she lives, and we catch a plane from Seattle, Washington to North Carolina, and then we carpool from North Carolina up to conference. So we fly clear across the United States just to drag back half of it. And it always is interesting to me that it takes us about 8 hours to get to where we're going from North Carolina to Ohio, but in Oregon it takes me 8 hours to get from one side of the state to the other. So it always baffles me because she's like, oh, it'll take us about 8 hours, and I'm like, no way. And it did. It only took us about 8 hours, but we did take a scenic detour to go visit one of our customers, my customer, her friend, when we went there last year. And so it took us a little bit longer, but still only 8 hours. And I'm like, it takes me that long to get clear across the state of Oregon. Oh, Ida, fun. I'll be in jammies. That sounds like fun. I've just been kicking it. I was eating strawberry shortcake before I got on this live and was getting frustrated with the computer not working. So now we're just doing some fussy cutting. And I'll be done with this in a second as I'm coming up on the end of the little cuts. These pictures in here, they remind me of the insert that comes with this particular COP kit. It is a version of the Storyteller, and it's called Storybook, which is cute, but it has these little pictures like this in the top of it, which make it so that you can add pictures, and then at the bottom you can do the journaling, which is kind of cool. I know that's not part of our weekly planning, but if anybody's going on a road trip and they want to take pictures or scrapbook it, it'd be something fun for you to be able to do. So, almost done. Lunch at the local VFW. Awesome. I know where Teresa and Ida are. Rebecca, where are you at? I'm gonna add this little piece. I feel like I don't have enough color on this page. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna add this little strip, this little washi strip. And this is where that mauve came from. See that mauve in there? I think that's such a good, it's a good compromise. Add that right to the bottom. And then trim off the corner. Add my little picture on there. That makes me feel a little better. Do I want to add a chameleon? Chameleon or no chameleon? Florida. Oh, we're out in Florida. I used to live in Florida for a hot minute. Oh my gosh, I have another idea. Yes, I do. Okay, hold on. I need my X-Acto knife for just a second. And a cutting mat. So last week, if you joined me, I put a chameleon driving a car. And this time, I'm going to put a chameleon in a picture frame. Yes, I am. I'm going to do that one. So I got to figure, I think I'm going to do this one right here. So I'm just going to use a cutting mat with a X-Acto knife to cut out this square. And if you really wanted to, you could cut out a small town near Gainesville. I'm like, Gainesville's not small. We follow Gainesville. Isn't that where they do? I think that's where they do drag racing, right? Yep. My husband's, yep, see? I knew it would come in there. Okay, so I could go through and do all of those picture frames, and then I would get the scenery in the background, but I think I don't want to do that. I want to just add my little chameleon guy in here. Poke his little face through like this. Look at, he's a cutie. Now I'm obsessed with these little chameleons. All right, there's my tape runner. I'm going to be sticking them and poking them in all the things. I think I only have one. I might have something else I can stick him in next week. We'll see. It's just the little guys. They're just too cute. How can you not? All right. There he is. He's poking out. All right, you guys, that is our layout for the day. I didn't do a whole lot of like pizzazzy stuff. Like this one was way crazy. This one was a little more low-key. I didn't really feel like I needed to add a bunch of extra stuff in it. And sometimes being crafty or planning with some extra color doesn't mean that you have to like go full bore like the one I did last week, which was a little obnoxious. So I look forward to using this for this week to see how it goes. Again, we're using this in order to add our 12-week goals in there so that we can add our tasks in here for tracking. And I think that it will help to like really kind of define what tasks I need to be working on each day in order to in order to meet my 12-week goals. So there we are, you guys. Have a fantastic week. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for waiting for me to figure out what was going on with my computer. I know that this wasn't ideal, and I don't like that it didn't have captions and things like that, but sometimes you just got to work with what you have and make it work, and that's what we did. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys all soon. Bye.